There we go. Right, so Doom. We just finished Doom. What do I think? Wow, it's a great game. It's not really a sort of a remake of Doom or a reboot of Doom or anything like that. It's kind of like a homage to Doom, if that makes sense. It's everything that made Doom and Doom 2 great. Sort of if it was made today rather than in the early 90s. It has the weapons, it has the gore, it has the bad guys, or the demons, sorry. And then you sort of plow it sort of into the graphics, the sort of the whole sort of system, and you get a rather interesting kind of game because it's not going to outdo Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is a completely different type of first-person shooter. This is the old classic run around, run and gun, little to no storyline. Just move from one room to the next, killing bad guys, completing the levels. That's what this game is. It's a total homage to Doom. There's no sort of two ways about it. Now, obviously the graphics, top-notched as always. The weapons are good, very well balanced, nicely engineered weapons. You've got the sort of upgrade system, which is good, and it adds sort of challenges to sort of kill the demons a different way. You've got the glory kill system, which is again something that is quite nice to look at. Does remind me an awful lot of the Brutal Doom mod, but then maybe that's where it got it from. Who knows? If I'm going to say anything bad about it, well, the glory kill system is quite limited. There's only a few ways of killing different demons different ways. It feels a bit sort of not necessarily added on at the last minute, but sort of there's not many kills there, so you sort of feel that you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. The chainsaws are quite a clever little thing, but it doesn't really add much except for giving you ammo, which kind of sort of begs the question: where the hell are they storing it all in the first place? The demons themselves are a bit bland, if I'm honest. I mean, you're looking at them and they look quite cool, but at the same time, and they sort of compare to the originals, but they don't. They're all browns and reds and everything, which you would expect demons to be. But overall, they're not sort of, say, as I suppose, sort of, what's the right sort of term for it? They're not sort of as over-engineered as you would hope. If you think back to sort of Doom 3 came out, the different sort of demons were slightly more. There's something more to them than simply them running out to you and attacking you. And you sort of saw more detail in the creatures. But then, granted, you only saw a couple of them on screen at once. With this, you got loads coming at you all at once. Overall, I enjoy the game. I enjoy the single player game. The story is relatively rudimentary, and they've obviously left it open for sequels or DLCs should they choose to make one, which I would hope they do. If they don't make a DLC, then they're going to make a. They're not really called mods anymore, sort of a expansion, that's it. But nowadays it's all DLC stuff, but nothing's been announced as yet. Maybe they're just going to wait and see how Doom fares in the future. Overall though, I enjoyed it, I had fun, it was a good shooter. Here's hoping they build upon this, they continue with the franchise, make it more of a game, more of the same, basically. More of the same is good. But compare it to Doom 3, and it's totally different. Doom 3 is more a horror-esque game. This is more of an action game, and there's sort of, there's a load of history and stuff that we didn't really read. I didn't really look at the logs that much, but there was definitely a whole lot of history and stuff about who the Doom guy is and the type of demons and what hell's all about. So definitely worth a look at. The only now, I kind of said it midway through the playthrough that the secrets, the sort of collectibles and everything detracts from the main game. Now you don't actually have to go and get them all. to really enjoy the game. But it helps, obviously. It helps with the upgrades and everything. So, but maybe it's better to sort of play the game as you want to, collecting what you want, and then maybe go back and replay the missions, pretty much like I did when I got back from holiday, and just to collect the collectibles, so you can actually use the upgrades as you go. Maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of a thing. The little Doom guys are quite a clever little add-on, sort of like the bobbleheads for the Doom game, but it's got a nice balance, I think. It doesn't necessarily work if you're all action, but it's a nice sort of balance where you sort of explore the little secrets, look around, and see what you can find. The Doom levels, the secret Doom stuff that we did, I think we found like 2 or 3. Just, I don't know. It's another little, exciting little secret thing to search around for. It's the same sort of premise like in what was it, Wolfenstein. It's also been done in the Shadow Warrior reboot and countless other things. And it's quite a cool little add-on, but at the same time, it means you have to sort of search around for these, these levers. It's another little secret thing that you've got to search around for, little Easter eggs, little things. So it's quite large in terms of replayability because you can go through and look for everything and find things. That's quite cool, quite clever. I can see, well, this game has already done quite well from what I've heard. And there's also the multiplayer sort of aspect of it where you can do snap maps and build your own maps and stuff. I've seen some of them on YouTube. They're quite clever, quite cool. I might check it out at some point if I have the time and the energy. And these credits are long, man. Let's see, can we skip? We can indeed. Alright, well, that is it, boys and girls. Thank you very much for watching, if you have been. I am, of course, Cosmo the Coder, and as far as I'm concerned, we are now done with our playthrough of Doom. So, we have to add it to the list, don't we? Here we go. There we go. And there we go. Number 35 is Doom. On to the next game. So, I'm Cosmo the Coder, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for another game.